fun story that just happened to me this past weekend when I was up at my mom's house. We went to go get tamales because there's this little sweetest, most amazing lady who makes tamales, and they're delicious. My kids have eaten them all. Now I'm sad and hungry for a tamale. Anyway, but I went to her house with my mom, and she comes out and she starts talking to us. You know, she's telling me about her little grandson who's 5 and has autism. And so automatically I'm like, oh yeah, I have a daughter that has autism. You know, she's 14. Anyways, and she starts telling me about how this doctor has prescribed melatonin to help her grandson sleep. And she goes, it's not working. She goes, he goes to sleep really easy, but he's up at midnight. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about, because melatonin didn't work for Addison. It just didn't, you know, gave her nightmares and she didn't sleep. She would go to sleep, but then she was up screaming, and like I would only get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, which is odd because for most people, melatonin works great. You know, it works absolutely great for their kids, but for us, it wouldn't work. And she goes, yeah, that's what's happening with my grandson. He just wouldn't. So I told her, you know, what my doctor recommended. I get a phone call from my mom yesterday. And then she goes, I just wanted to call you and tell you that I saw Sophie. The lady's name is Sophie. She goes, I saw Sophie at the drugstore yesterday. And she said, please tell your daughter that her recommendation worked and that we were able to get some sleep. This is the first time that we've had consecutive sleep in weeks. And she goes, and I know that God had sent her to me so that I could hear that information. And it was like, it made me cry, because I was like, oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. You know, like that Heavenly Father would lead me to this lady who sells tamales just so that I could give her that little piece of advice so she could get sleep. You know, just little things.
No, I love it. I love that the Lord does that. He leads us into the right places with the right people at just the time they need it, or the time that we need it even.
Yes.
He's mindful of us.